Some tips and tricks if you are wanting to do a two-star program in college football 27. Of course, we're currently in college football 26. We are currently doing a rebuild with the San Diego State Aztecs. This is year number 3 of this rebuild. Here are our previous 2 seasons. The first year we went 9-4, won the Las Vegas Bowl, then went 10-4, and now we are currently 7-1 in year number 3. Here are a few tips that I do when I am doing a two-star rebuild. Number 1, all non-conference games, all games that you have control over, schedule cupcakes, okay? I don't care if you want to play Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Ohio State. That could be fun in year 8, but for now, maybe even in your first 5 seasons, you need every win that you can get to make your record look competitive at the end of the season. Right? All those records, 9-4, 10-4, that's inflated because I pretty much had 4 cupcakes. But at the end, but then we look back on it and we're like, oh, you had a good season that year. Let's also take a look at my coach build that I'm rocking with here in year number 3. We are a motivator, and I went ahead and got all of these to 3 out of 4. Really getting the off-season training boost is very, very important, especially when you're at a lower star school, because let's say that you get a 3-star gem that has elite or star potential. Well, getting that extra off-season boost for him is going to be crucial, because those are the guys that you can get. And if you're able to actually build them into a star, that's when your program takes off, right? You're not going to bring in 5 stars every single year, but can you find a gem that has that elite dev trait and really takes your program to the next level? So started off with motivator, 3 of 4 and everything there. Then, of course, we went over to recruiter, and we are currently building this out right now. Everything here has at least 2 of 4. Of course, here, one of the biggest things you can get here is having that less time to fully scout. That's super crucial, and it kind of saves the headache of having to scout 8 clicks per prospect, makes it more efficient, stuff like that. But then also, I love to get 3 out of 4 here, because having that portal king is very, very important when it comes to the portal class and getting instant impact guys to a 2-star school. Why is that important? Well, while that 3-star gem is developing, right? His first year, yes, he may play. He may be your, number 2 receiver, whatever, but he's not going to be your star receiver yet. You want to make sure that as you're getting those 3-star guys to develop, that you can maybe splash and get a 4-star guy in the portal to instantly impact your team. And having Portal King here in recruiter certainly helps with that. Also, real quick, let's go back in here to not coach abilities, but yes, both of my coordinators also are recruiters. I actually have one elite recruiter here in Matt Johnson, but I love to have both of my recruiters either be recruiters or strategists. Strategists, you get a little bit of less of a penalty on deal breakers. So strategists could be like, if a person needs B+ playing time, having strategists, well, not like a B+, stuff like that, but having the recruiter makes scouting go even faster, makes recruiting go even faster, stuff like that. So that's coach build and coordinators. And then let's take a look at our recruiting class here in year number 3. So I currently have the 12th best class in the nation. Not bad at all. Here's the class breakdown so far. So we were able to sign the number 50 player nationally. Regardless of position here, a 4-star receiver from West Hills, California, had that 4-star pipeline. They picked us over USC. Big deal there. Also got this Mike from California, an edge and an edge. So 4 4-star prospects in only year number 3 based on this coaching build. And 2 of them are gems, which is a big deal. And then, of course, we have our usual 3 stars. And as you can see here, pretty much all of them are level 4 pipeline, which is super helpful. And 3 of them are also gems. So great class so far. This is the most gems I've pulled in this rebuild so far, all in one class, which is great. And as I built the classes out the first 2 years, I was okay, let's balance out this roster, 3 stars, 2 stars, maybe find some gems, but let's make sure that we have enough players on our roster that'll be here for 4 years for sure, that have good deal breakers that we can actually keep up with, that will be here, like I said, for 4 years. That kind of just puts that need screen on the recruiting screen that goes down a lot. You know what I'm saying? So no longer you need 4 on the next every single year. That just helps with that. But also just building the foundation with archetypes that I actually like in players, which really frees you up in your number 3 when you have your coach built out, stuff like that, to really come and make a splash class. So I think that this class is going to have the biggest impact for us. I'm pumped to see these players grow, develop, all those kinds of things, but it only takes one class. It really does. So if you're doing a 2-star program in a college football 27 and maybe your first, second, third year things aren't going as planned, just keep in mind, build your coach out, meet your 80 expectations, get wins, and then it only takes a class that looks something like this with like 5 gems in it that could completely change your program for at least 2 or 3 years to come if these players have good deal breakers and you can meet their promises, stuff like that. And this is why we love Dynasty. Right? It's a grind. It takes detail. And in 27, it's going to take even more detail. But you get a class like this at a school like this, and things start to change like that. So there's some 2-star tips for you guys and how my current San Diego State rebuild is going. If you like this content, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.